Alright, quick, before the video starts, I just want to say this is the first real vid on the channel, so it would mean a lot to me if you could leave some constructive criticism at the end after you watch the whole thing. I want to be able to make better content for you guys, so if you see something that you really like and you want to see more of, let me know. If you see something you don't really like and you think it could be improved on, let me know that as well. I just want to keep improving. I want to be better. So if you could just leave a comment after the end saying what you liked, what you didn't like, just leave some criticism. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you liked it, leave a like. So that's really it. Let's get right into it. Alright, so boom. I challenged professional Pokemon player and singles champion PokeMD to an Emerald Nuzlocke race. But there was a problem. This wasn't any normal copy of Pokemon Emerald. This was an edited copy where each level your Pokemon evolved into something completely random. Not only do your Pokemon evolve every level, but all the trainers' Pokemon are randomized as well. With Nuzlocke rules on top of all these changes, our work was definitely cut out for us. But luckily for me, I'm nice. I'm not gonna front, I'm nice. So I've been doing a hardcore Nuzlocke of an unreleased ROM hack called Powerful Platinum on my Twitch for the last month or so. So I felt like I was prepared enough to take this challenge and win this race. Joe and I booted up the game and got right into it. There weren't any story changes, so everything was pretty streamlined. Our starter choices were interesting to say the least. Since our Pokemon would evolve with each level anyways, the starters themselves didn't really matter all that much. Chimecho is super underrated. I banged with Chimecho, so I had to go with him, and we successfully beat our first match. After packing up that bum-ass Wild Huntail and getting our Pokedex, we decided to grind up a level just to see what our starter will evolve into. Thankfully, we get a powerful Arcanine, put May in a spliff, and get some Pokeballs, so now the Nuzlocke portion of the race officially starts. If you're unaware of Nuzlocke rules, they're pretty simple, being if your Pokemon faints, it's considered dead, and you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter on each route. Our first encounter wasn't anything crazy. Alright, let's see what our encounter is.
It's the damn Eggy.
What the Yeah, literally anything was going to be possible in this race. After this, we progressed, caught some more team members, got more crazy evolutions, and everything was looking up for us. We made it to Petalburg with no deaths and a very lopsided team, with our starter being our strongest mom by far. It was time to take on Roxanne, but with a level 17 Marshtomp as our lead, I felt pretty confident not needing to level up everyone else. As long as she didn't have an overpowered grass type on her team, we would be alright. For the most part. Yeah, never in my life did I think Shroomish was going to be this much of a problem for me. See, one thing I didn't bring up are the level up moves. Pokemon learn moves at specific levels, and since every level we're evolving, actually learning moves were pretty hard. We would have to rely on TMs and the move relearner, but the move relearner wasn't going to be around till the 4th gym. But thankfully, we beat Shroomish with a little hacks and one unfortunate death. Then we swept through the rest of her team with Marshtomp. We gained a level and our starter was gonna evolve. Ain't no way we lose to Shroomish and Whiteout. What type of bullshit? I almost get packed by Shroomish, and then he becomes into the power that almost killed me.
Playing XD Gale Darkness, bro. He's taking
turning into the enemy is the craziest shit I've ever seen, but fuck it, we press on. At this point, I was ahead of Joey, but not by a large margin. So I knew I had to widen the gap. I decided to only grind up one team member since I figured our newly acquired Shroomish and someone of a similar level would be able to sweep through the 2nd gym. After receiving our Plusle, we sailed to Dewford, battled Brawly immediately. This was a disastrous battle. I mean, I was down tremendous. His level 19 Solrock had a perfect matchup against our only 2 usable Mons, and everyone else was level 10 or under. Thankfully, we made it out alive, getting speed drops using Rock Tomb and getting some good rolls with Bullet Seed. His last mod Nidoran wasn't a problem, and we got our 2nd badge with only 1 member standing. Yeah, I'm not even gonna front. I thought this challenge was gonna be much easier. I mean, maybe if I grinded some more and I wasn't, you know, stupid or had negative brain cells, but this is getting pretty tough. But it was fine because with a whole new team at our disposal, other than our starter, we make it a Slateport and make the executive decision to input rare candies in the game. This would save us a good amount of time on grinding and just make the experience more enjoyable. But because of the rare candies that we implemented, we made a new rule that we were going to follow level caps. Since we could have a whole team at the same level, we agreed to not level up past the gym leader's ace for each gym battle. With every mon evolving at each level, you're essentially guaranteed to get some rerolls, especially since we're playing Emerald, so there were only 386 Pokemon we could even get, so some dupes would probably make sense. But with that in mind, I kept getting this evolution line over and over and over. The Chikorita line. See, I don't really have a problem with Chikorita or its evolution line, but when I could get anything like a Deoxys, Mewtwo, Ho-Oh, and I keep getting Bayleafs, I start to lose my sanity a bit. Yo, I'm gonna start crying. I'm ass gonna start crying. But we press on. The next level cap was 24. And see, if you have a good or powerful Pokemon at a lower level, you don't need to level them up to the cap. So I had a Raikou that would surely sweep through just about any Pokemon Watson would have, as long as I kept him at 23. Unfortunately, again, I'm not very smart. It gained a level during an accidental trainer battle, which made him evolve.
Dooms, dude. Why does this move miss so much? Let's go over this. What the hell does this move miss so much, dude? Use.
Furthering my descent into madness. Luckily, I still beat Watson with around a 5-minute lead over Joe. I continued on our journey, made it to Fall Arbor Town, meaning I had access to the move relearner, and eventually defeated Flannery before Joey had the chance to enter her gym. And we ended on the first day with me in the lead. At the start of the second day, I implemented a new rule for myself. Yeah, I'm implementing a new rule for my stream. If any mons that I catch evolve into anything from the Chikorita line, I must release it. I'm tired of seeing all these Chikoritas on my team. I'm killing them. And I must kill every single Chikorita that we see on stream. No, I'm tired of seeing any Chikorita line. If anything evolves into Chikorita, automatic release. I don't even care if it's our starter. With this new rule in place, I continue to get my 5th gym badge. One of the trainers in the 5th gym had a Jirachi which walled my entire team, and I struggled a lot. Like, this Jirachi was beating my ass. I had to stall out of his attacking moves in order for me to get over that hurdle, and since I wasted so much time versus the Jirachi, that gave Joey an opportunity to close the gap. I beat Norman, traveled Route 119, and got the best wild encounter I could have found, Deoxys. Even though I would lose Deoxys in one level up, the fact that it had Psychic and could learn Thunderbolt via TM at this level was huge. Any Pokemon with Psychic plus T-Bolt coverage that had at least a base 60 special attack would be able to do a lot of damage. I also knew that we could receive the Calm Mind TM after the 7th gym, so as long as I kept Mr. Kid alive and he evolved into something that could learn Calm Mind, he would be unstoppable. I beat the Aqua Grunts in the Weather Institute, traveled to beat Winona with a brand new team and put her in a spliff. Then we need to pack up Team Aqua at Mount Pyre, travel to the Magma Hideout, handle all the ops over there, then go to the Aqua Hideout, do the same thing, until we finally touch down to Moss Deep City to obtain our 7th gym badge. At this point, Joe basically closed the gap completely and we were neck and neck in the race. We defeat Tate and Liza with only 2 casualties and continue with a slight lead. At this point, we have to progress the story a bit, so we gotta stop this stupid ass ground lizard and this stupid ass water cow, get that big ass fucking flying dragon to put a stop to I don't know, they're being soft. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. Why are they even beefing? First off, this is a side note. How is Groudon not getting packed? He's dead ass in the water trying to fight Kyogre. Kyogre controls the water. How is Groudon surviving? That's just, alright, sorry. I was on a little ramble right there, but anyways. After we stopped those 2 beefing, we could finally take on the 8th gym leader and get our last badge. And I'm gonna be honest, we super duper packed Juan. We led with the Calm Mind Suicune and we just steamrolled him. So now we had the opportunity to go to Victory Road and finish this crazy ass challenge. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna be honest. Our team's looking pretty powerful at this point, all things considered. And as long as we have a usable team by the end, we should be able to beat Joe and take the W in the race. Then, the unthinkable happens. Mr. Kid. If Mr. Kid turns into a Chikorita line, I'm gonna be so sad.
Oh my god, I don't have Flash.
No! Mr. Kid!
What did he become?
He became a Bayleaf! I hate Bayleaf! Right at the end of Victory Road, our ace, Mr. Kid, turns into the biggest op I could have ever seen. Like I said before, we have no choice but to release him and replace him with someone else. We get out of Victory Road with no casualties besides Mr. Kid, and now we start our prep. Being the genius I am, I decided to implement one rule at the last second. We can't change our team, and we have to level everyone up to level 58. That means you can't stop at a lower level to get a better Pokemon. So, our final team was Quillfish, Cradilly, Machop, Ammonite, Rattata, and Cubone. Not a strong team in the slightest, but with Calm Mind Quillfish and Stockpile Bulk Up Cradilly, we may be able to beat the champion depending on what he has. At this point, Joey's stuck in Victory Road, so it's time for us to further our lead and become the champion ourselves. Alright, so first was Sydney. He led with the Hypno, which was a huge threat to our Quillfish if he managed to get his Psychic move out. So we were forced down to our Cradilly, but we swept his team pretty easily with earthquakes. Phoebe was next on the chopping block, and she got swept easily by Combine Quillfish. But here's where a problem arose. Quillfish was gonna gain a level, and I couldn't risk him evolving into a bad mon, or even worse, a fucking Chikorita. I decided to do the only thing that made sense, and leave with our Dragon Dance Rattata. Even though Rattata is terrible, if we could manage to set up a few Dragon Dances, we could potentially get a sweep. With Rattata leading us to victory, we went into our third fight against Glacier. Tentacool versus Rattata isn't something you expect to see in an Elite 4 battle, but here we are. We managed to get +3 attack and +3 speed using Dragon Dance without taking any damage thanks to a Hydro Pump dodge, and we KO'd the Tentacool with 1 Earthquake. Next was Chinchou, and we packed out that pussy Chinchou with fucking Earthquake. Then she sent out a Furret, and unfortunately we couldn't get the KO, and she KO'd us back with Slam. But our Boca matchup in the back managed to sweep the rest of her team at +2, and we finally made it to Drake. At this point, Joey finally entered the Elite 4 and was just fighting Sydney. I knew if I kept this pace, I'd be able to beat the champion before he managed to even beat Glacier. Cradilly ended up sweeping Drake's team, but unfortunately leveled up in the process. But it evolved into a Tangela, which isn't terrible, but isn't great. It definitely could have been worse, but we had to press on and fight the champion. We healed everyone up with a good lead against Joey, and we fought Wallace. Wallace led with a Shiftry that I was a little scared of at first, but after seeing its only moves with Growth, Harden, Pound, and Nature Power, I knew this was Quill's opportunity to set up and potentially sweep. I didn't want to get too greedy and get to +6 in case Wallace had something in the back that was faster. It could potentially KO me, so I figured +3 would be good enough. We OHKO'd the Shiftry with the Fire Blast, then we OHKO his Electrike with the Surf, and the same thing happens to his Pupitar. Then he decides to bring out a Kyogre. At this point, Quillfish was +3 Spadef, +3 special attack, and could easily live a Hydro Pump. The only way we could lose is if we got crit by Hydro Pump in the rain. And then this happens. That did nothing. Please don't crit us in the rain. Please. He crit us in the rain! No! I got fucking crit by Hydro Pump in the rain. Then Kyogre proceeds to pack up our whole team and we ride out at the champion. I was on call with Joey this whole time, so he knew Wallace's team, and he proceeded to sweep Wallace and win the race. Saying that this was a tough loss would be a severe understatement. Alright, so yeah, thank you guys again for watching. If you want to see these live, make sure you follow me on Twitch, link down below. And yeah, just leave some criticism like I said. We'll be back soon, hopefully a vid next week, and we'll go from there. I'll catch y'all later.